Welcome to you all to our Science at Your Tips. Today we are going to discuss a lesson chemical substances and processes, class 7, objective questions. Let us start. First of all, we'll complete this fill in the blanks. The first question: materials made up of same kind of particles are called. Before fill in the blank, let us see a classification of these substances. According to chemistry, we have here substances which are classified as pure substances and mixtures. Again, these pure substances are classified as elements and compounds. Mixtures again classified as homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. So if you observe this flow chart, substances which are containing same kind of particles are called pure substances. Materials which are made up of different kinds of particles are called as mixtures. These pure substances may be made up of atoms or molecules. These molecules again, two types are there: elements and compounds. Elements will contain same kind of atoms. Compounds will contain different types of atoms. So, same type of particles are present in our pure substances. So, our answer here is pure substances. Okay. Let us see the second question here. The type and number of particles of each kind of present in a substance is given by its dash. So before going to fill this blank, children, once just observe. I am going to show something on the screen. Water. You are writing formula as H2O. By seeing that, you will understand 2 hydrogen atoms are there and 1 oxygen atom is there. I'll give another formula here, carbon dioxide, CO2. By seeing that formula, you will understand that it contains 1 carbon atom and 2 oxygen atoms. Coming to next formula, sodium chloride. Here we have NaCl. By observing that formula, you will say that 1 sodium atom and 1 chlorine atom is there. Then, calcium carbonate, one more compound whose formula is CaCO3. By observing that formula, you will say that 1 calcium atom and 1 carbon atom, and also along with that 3 oxygen atoms are there. Then, hydrochloric acid. In this one, we have 1 hydrogen and 1 chlorine. So by seeing these all, what will come to your mind? You are able to understand by seeing these all formulas how many number of particles are there and which type of particles are there. Okay, so these are all called as chemical formulas. So we can write the answer as chemical formula. Okay, now coming to third one. The chemical formula of water is, all of you know this. What is that? Here, water molecule consists of 2 hydrogen atoms and also 1 oxygen atom. So based on that, what we can write formula? H2O, right. Then coming to the fourth one, iron gets rusted on coming in contact with dash and dash. Generally observe that this iron, whatever is there, whenever you are putting that in the presence of moist air, it is going to get rust. So it's a chemical change. A new compound is formed. Along with that, one more example also you can see here. Copper articles are getting green coating. when they are exposed to moisture. Same like that, our iron also getting rust when it is coming in contact with the moisture and also air. So our answer is air and moisture. Even you can also write in the place of moisture as water. Even in the presence of water also, it will happen like that. What is that moisture actually? Water vapor content in the atmosphere. So instead of moisture, if you are writing water also is correct only. Then coming to the fifth one, the process that leads to a chemical change is called. What is that process known as? You know already this answer, children. Once just recollect, you have learned that in a chemical change, a new product is formed. A new product is formed. And this product, whatever is formed, is having different characteristics compared with the reactant. And the process, whatever is happening here, we can call it as chemical reaction. So our answer is chemical reaction. Okay. Now, one more we have here. In a neutralization reaction, dash and dash are formed. What are formed in neutralization reaction? Now once we'll see example and also what are these reactions. Few examples we have here. You can see here sodium hydroxide is there. It's reacting with hydrochloric acid and forming sodium chloride and water. Sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid are the reactants. Sodium chloride and water are the products. Then second one we have here. Here also what is happening? A base is reacting with some acid, producing salt and water. Sodium hydroxide reacting with hydrochloric acid to form potassium hydroxide reacting with hydrochloric acid to form potassium chloride and water. Next we have here one more base is there. Sodium hydroxide reacting with sulfuric acid forming sodium sulfate and water. Here also salt and water are formed. Then one more example shall we see? Here magnesium hydroxide, a new base, reacting with hydrochloric acid forming salt and water, magnesium chloride and water. Like that. One more example also we'll see, children. Calcium hydroxide reacting with sulfuric acid forming calcium sulfate and water. Every case, acid and base are the reactants, salt and water are the products. So here our answer will become salt and water. Okay? Salt and water. Then here we have some true or false type of statements. You have to find out whether it is a true statement or false statement. Okay? First one. All matter is made up of atoms. So as we have seen earlier, every matter is made up of atoms only. Maybe different atoms are same atoms. So everywhere we have atoms only. So true. Then compounds are substances consist of two or more elements. Whenever they are chemically combining, we are getting these compounds. And in that, if you observe, these all compounds are having elements in a fixed ratio. Like H2O we have seen, CO2 we have seen, everywhere fixed ratio is there. So this statement also is true. Then coming to the third one. The symbol of element copper. The symbol of element copper is Cu. Do you agree with this? Yes, Cu. Because its Latin name is there, cuprum. Based on that, we got the symbol Cu. So this statement also is true. Then coming to the fourth one. Formula for sodium chloride is written as ClNa. Anywhere, have you seen this formula, children? No, no. You have written NaCl for sodium chloride, but here something is given, ClNa. Do you agree with this? No, because positive ions are written first, then followed by negative ions. So this statement is a false statement, right? Going to the next one. The chemical formula for aluminium sulfate is Al2SO4. Aluminium. If you see this aluminium, it is having +3. Charge is +3. Sulfate has -2. By exchanging, we'll get Al2SO4 taken thrice. So the given formula is false. Going to the next one. New substance formed in a chemical reaction is called product. Do you agree with this? Yes, new substance is called as product. And the substance which is reacting is called as reactant. So this answer is, this statement is correct, true. Okay. Now, going to the next one. Magnesium hydroxide is an acid. What is the formula you are writing for magnesium hydroxide, children? MgOH taken twice. OH, wherever you see in 7th class level, you can understand this as a base only. OH is there, so that's why it's a base. Okay, don't go for CH3COOH, that is a acid, that is acetic acid. But here in this case, metal and OH, magnesium is a metal, along with that OH is there. So that's why you can consider this as a base. So the statement is false. Okay. So in the next session, children, we are going to see the remaining objective questions. That's all for today.